Good morning, folks. Hey, the old fisherman, he back with you. We on Lake Monticello. And we're gonna try to get on some white perch, bass, what have you, first, and then we might go for crappies. But it's gonna be really hot midday, so we're trying to get it done. The sun's just coming up. And let's see what we can do. Loving some life on the old lake that I love. It might not be here, I don't know. Hadn't been here in a while. We're gonna give it a shot, see if we can catch us something. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom in, we're gonna pinch the screen, we're zooming in the bottom. I like to do that when I'm deep water fishing. Right now I'm 43 foot, I'm too deep. What I'm gonna do is ease up here and just see what I see laying right on the bottom. That's the good thing about this live scope. When you blow it up, you can see perch and stuff laying all over the bottom. And right out there, you'll see fish all over the bottom right there, 36 foot. So it's perch here. Now, sometimes they don't want to bite. It's just, you never know. But it's definitely perch here. There's no doubt. And we should be able to, put it down and stir them up. But sometimes, sometimes they just don't want to bite. You can come over here and not get a bite, and then come over here and wear them out. That's the way it is. You can be on them and they just won't bite. Some days you can stir them up, some days you can't. Some days you can figure out something they'll bite, but not all the time. We're gonna catch some, but whether they really get interested and eat like I want them to, I don't know. The last couple times I've been over here, they didn't want to bite, but I think the moon is right. We got a full moon, and if that full moon, what I've been thinking all my time, is a good time to fish, this ought to be a good day. But that don't mean nothing. This thing got hot weather. Water temperature is almost 84 degrees. And these jokers, the last couple times I couldn't catch them. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't catch them. And then I've got videos coming over here and just wearing them out. These are some funny fish. It all depends on how full they are with shad and perch and if they even feed. And it's all about getting them on a feed. Right there is all kind of fish, but I ain't had a bite. They're not even running after it, is what it is. They're not even feeding. And they all around my jig. They're not feeding. I see them looking at it. Not even bumping it. Not even stirring up. That ain't good. We ought to be killing them right now. And they ain't hit it. Let's see if we can activate them, make them chase it. They're looking at it, but they ain't taking it. They swimming all the way up behind them bass. They ain't biting. All right, let's see what we can do. Get them going. They there. We know they're there. I see them, but they ain't biting. They ain't even touching it. And that's the way it's been the last couple times I come up here. They don't want to bite. We never get them going. They might take it. As of right now, they ain't biting and they're there. They just ain't feeding. There's schools of fish all under me. Look at them. Everywhere, not touching it. We got to figure out what they're going to bite. There he is. He hit it coming up. You had to swim it up. And it's a bass. First one, I think. It's a bass. I think it's a bass. I ain't sure. Anyhow, we got them stirred up, hopefully. Yes, bass. That's what they were. First fish. But he didn't hit it till it got way up. You see it. Look at that. Huh? Old bass. Pound and a half. I'm gonna throw them back. I'm against doing that right here where I'm catching them, but I'm gonna throw them back because I'm not gonna keep them. But he hit the crappie magnet. We're using a crappie magnet on the bottom with a Berkeley bait, Berkeley head, and then we're using a. Let's let him go. See him right there? He's a pretty fish, but let's let him go. But he hit it way up, and we're using a 3-inch Gulp minnow. But the fish are there. We can make them bite, and a lot of them are probably bass. Them bass now, they like it at a slant sometimes. That time I was just reeling it straight up, but you can see all the fish under there. They in there everywhere. If we can stir that bunch up, we can catch a bunch of fish here today. And they ain't bumpy that time, see, and they all over it. They ain't hitting. We got to get them feeding. Look at that school bass and perch not biting. That's unbelievable. That is simply unbelievable. They ain't feeding yet, but they are flat there. We might can throw a sandworm out and catch them. I don't know. Or a gulp minnow, a little one. He bumped it. Just gonna have to make them get activated. They all over it. They sure ain't taking it. I can tell you that. They ain't taking it. They ain't looking for a minnow. Put it on the bottom, let it sit there a second, and then pull it up. See what happens. There's fish all over me. They just ain't taking it. They ain't biting. And they did about hundreds. I had to put a sandworm out. They ain't biting. That bass hit it way up. He committed way up. He followed it, they hit it up. But it's hundreds of perch and bass down there. They ain't hitting right now. Hundreds of them. They're running behind it, but they ain't taking it. They don't want it. We're definitely going to have to put something else out there. Probably the sandworm. See if they'll take that. Let's put an angle on it. Let's let it out and take a half moon and see if we can make one of these fish bite. They all over the place. All right, let's see if we can go with an angle and catch one. I ain't even taking an angle. That's amazing. See, I threw that fish back now. Bad thing to do, especially on the first fish. Bad thing. But I really don't want the bass. I want the perch. They ain't gonna take it. They not biting. Boy, I tell you what, this fishing's something now. You can never figure them out. I'm telling you, you can't. Let's take the long rod with a minute, let's see. Let's take the long rod with a sandworm on there and see what happens. That's all we can do. Got to catch them one with another. If they gonna bite at all, hopefully they'll get in the feed here in a minute somehow or another. I don't know. I just don't know. That don't look good right there. That was tons of fish. We should have been killing them. I should have a bucket half full already. When you got to start finessing right off the bat, then that's not good, but they will not commit on it. They just looking at it. So we're gonna throw this doggone sandworm out there and see if they bite mayfly lavas. That might be what they want. They might not want nothing. It's all about timing. But we are on the mother lode right here. If we can get them to bite. I can tell you that. We on the mother lode. There's plenty of fish down there. I mean, plenty. They everywhere. everywhere. Let's beat the boat and see if we can stir them up like that. Got to figure out what to do. People think you got live scope as an automatic, you're going to catch them. That ain't the case. You still got to be able to get them to bite. It wouldn't take live scope for me to see them fish. I can see them fish on any kind of fish finder. It don't look like they're taking the sandworm neither. Yep, one bumped it. One bumped it. That's a good sign. Maybe we get another bump. There you go. See that? They eating on mayflower lavas. They ain't eating on minnows. So we're gonna have to catch these fish on a darn sandworm. What we're gonna have to do. That's what they want now. And I ain't got but one pack in there. I got some more ordered. But anyhow, you see it. And these suckers will rip out real easy because they done got hot. Once they get hot in the summer, they like jello. But it is what it is. If that's all they'll bite, that's all they'll bite. Let's put it back out there. You see, we caught one already, and they wouldn't take what we was fishing with. Let's put it back there. It's gonna be one-on-one, one at a time, probably with this sandworm. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna find out. You notice he hit it, almost sitting still. You don't want it moving. That's the way the crappies have been lately. They don't want it moving. They're just not getting in his mouth. There you go. Finally got him. Boy, that took long enough. Long rod, single jig. Ain't that something? That might be a catfish. That's a darn catfish. That's awful. I didn't want all them catfish, but I'm gonna keep them. I'll have to clean them. Took my darn worm, I got to keep them. Let's try a Gulp minnow, see if they'll take that. Just for the heck of it. We can find one. There's one. I probably won't hit that either. A 2.5 inch Gulp minnow. This is gonna be real quick. Yeah, they probably ain't gonna bite this. We'll find out. I don't want that. Hit it way up there high. Way up there high. Oh boy, way up there high. Nice one too. These are big ones, they just don't want to bite. Look at that, look at that, what a perch. That's a monster. That's a pound perch all day long. I ain't lying. Pound perch, look at that, beauty. Got the wrong hook on him. I'm gonna put this back up. We're gonna put this minnow on something else. Come on. Let's put this on this light rod. Let's put this minnow on the bottom right here and see with a bigger hook. It'll be easier to keep on the hook. If they'll bite it with that bigger hook, we'd be better off. And then once we catch one, we might have opportunity to catch two. Let's try that. Man, it's slow. But I guarantee you 4 days over, they're gonna pick up. We're gonna catch them somehow. Already had a bite. Got to figure out what kind of retrieve they want. He bumped it. They ain't even chasing it. And they all over it. There you had to wiggle it down there with them. That's a nice fish right there. I don't know what it is. It might be a catfish. No, I believe it's perch. It's a perch. It's a perch. Look at that. And I was easing it up. And he hit this crappie magnet. Yeah. When I first started using this crappie magnet this year, boy, they was eating that thing up. It's like when you use it for a little bit, they don't want it. I ain't lying. That's what it seemed to me like. Oh, we got a lead problem with this thing here. Let's try it again. Put it back out there. We got to figure out the presentation that they want to get them stirred up and biting. Folks, we finally got another bite. I think it's a catfish. I can't get them to bite nothing. I'm going back to the doggone sandworm, and I just holding it down and the catfish took it. So, hey, that might be what we're going to end up catching. Catfish, I don't know. But anyhow, do the best we can do. They ain't eating it up, that's for sure. Not yet. Got to hope they'll get better. I'm about to go to another part of the lake, see if they're biting somewhere else. They ain't really biting here, there's plenty of fish. They ain't biting. There he is. Got a nut. Maybe they'll start. That's a perch there. That's a perch there. That is a perch there. Y'all see it? Got a boat creeping up on them. What they're doing. Looking at me. That's what they're doing. Bumped it again, got him. Maybe they're gonna start biting now. Hope so. We went about 30 minutes there and couldn't get a bite. And I mean, the fish are there the whole time. They just ain't feeding. What it is? Oh, he got off. Dad, blame it. That was a good one too. Got off the top of the water. Shoot. Gotta hate that. A rascal. That was a pound perch. There he is. Had to ease it up before he'd take it. Getting away from him. Only way he'd take it. All about presentation. I'm telling you, that's a good one. Big old perch. Man, there's some big ones down there. I mean, these are monster perch. Look here. Huh? Pound over a pound. Took my doggone sandworm. There you go. And weren't reeling up. Not lifting up, but reeling up. Look at that. Look at what a perch. That's what's down there, folks. Monster perch. It took my darn worm. It's like perch, one worm per perch. What's like? say. Unbelievable. Try it again. See if we can drop it down and reel it up slow. Maybe we can catch a couple. They're all over the bottom. I mean, all over the bottom. Whole mother loads in here. They're good ones too. Look at that fish running. Unbelievable. All the fish down there. We'll be catching them 2 at a time, fish and throw it down. That ain't happening. That is not happening. They want it reeling. That's the way they want it. The only way they'll take it is reeling it up faster. If they can look at it, they won't take it. There you are. Catfish. Might be a bass. I don't know what that is. That's a bass, I think. No, big old perch. I mean a big one too. Cut him in the back of the top of the head, I think. That's a big old perch, I'll tell you that much. No, he got him in the back. That is a monster perch. Look at that. Look at it with a perch. Hey, maybe they'll start biting in a minute and we'll tear them up. Who knows? I tell you, I done seen it happen before. Up into the day a little bit. It ain't but 8:30, so it's early. I think there's enough fish here. Sooner or later, they're going to start feeding. Fish all over the place out here. Ain't no lack of fish. It's a lack of catching fish. That one kind of, I had him in the top of the nose. He really wasn't in his mouth. Snagged himself is what he done. Yeah, they want it reeling. Sooner or later you can figure out the presentation these fish want. And today, it's going to be reeling it up. Not easing it up, reeling it up. They're following a long ways before they're taking it. That's what they're doing. And they're killing my worms. But that's what they're doing. You see it? Now we got something going on. We figured out what the presentation is to make them bite. We know they're there. We know what they are. Now we're figuring out how to make them bite. But it took a while. Hour. I'm telling you, I tried everything I knew. Different plugs, different presentation. But I wasn't reeling it up far. I was kind of easing it up. Now I'm finding out the way to catch them is reeling it up slow and keep coming. And they'll run up there and take it when they think it's getting away. Now fish is funny. They think a bait is fixing to get away. They go to eating. Maybe we'll gather a mess of fish out of this. I don't know. I think we figured something out, at least temporarily. There you go. See what I'm talking about? That's the way they want it. Reeling up. We figured them out, folks. Them big old perch too. What? I mean big ones. Them monster perch. Them monster perch. You can see them all on that bottom. I mean, they're swarming like bees down there. But they won't hit it when it's right by them. They only hit it when it's getting away from them. All right. Oh, one hit it. They hit it again. See that? Now we figured it out. Now we figured it out. Get them stirred up. That's a nice one. A big old perch. Big old perches. It's all about adapting, making them bite, doing something to figure something out. That's what fishing's all about. I believe the more the sun pops out, the better they're gonna bite. That's what I believe. He ain't hit it that time. They run up behind it, but they didn't take it. Now they ain't taking it that way. There you. There he come got it. Oh, he got off. Dad, blame it. He got off. Pulled my jig up. Straighten my hook out. We're using a little 64th jig here, a small jig here. Well, at least catching a couple. And they good ones. Pretty fillets. There he goes. Come up there and grab it. I mean, nice. They nice perch too, buddy. Big ones. I mean, big ones. You see them. And jokers will not take it unless you reel it up and get it up high. They'll look at that. If you get it down there where they at and they look at it, they won't take it. It's got to be running away from them. That's the only way. Probably when they're feeding this time of year, that's mostly what's going to be happening. Shad, they locate the shad, they run them up, and they hit them coming up out, they're running away from them to the top. And that's what's happening here today. There he is. Got him. Oh, we're figuring it out now, folks. We're going to catch them now. Oh my, we're going to catch them now. Ain't no doubt. We done figured them out. We're going to catch them now. They might hit any kind of little minnow as long as the presentation is getting away. And we might catch them on the gut minnow like this if we do it the same way. You see them all in the, they're all in the, my goodness, hundreds of them all over the bottom, all scattered around. There's probably bass up there. The bass ain't hitting, they ain't gonna hit that little jig there. But the bass probably hit the same way. You got the presentation is what makes them bite. Now they're getting uninterested again. There you go. Had to run it by him. Had to pull it up. Oh, he got off. Sucker. He got off. The only way they'll bite that sucker is to get in their way. That's the only way. If it's getting away. Yeah. Come up and got it. Easing it up. That's a nice one too. That's a big old perch right there. That's a monster perch. Look at the size of that perch. Hey, uh-oh, worm come off. That's a big old fish right there. Huh? That's the kind you read about in Perch magazine. Took my darn sandworm. It's floating around out there somewhere. I'm sure want to eat it before he gets back to the bottom. What I'm sure, we're going to go through another darn box, a carton of sandworms. Line. Let's catch another one. Slow going here today. It ain't no 2 and 3 at the time, that's for sure. Them days ain't the day. You got to do what you can do with them. There's one. Oh my, there's one. Finally got another one. That's a catfish, I believe. I believe that's an old kitty cat. That's what I believe. I know it is. That ain't no perch. That's a spinning around in a circle blue cat. That took my darn sandworm. Shoot. You got to hate that. I ain't keeping him. Rascal. Took my darn sandworm. Shh. Oh boy, week from Monday. This is Saturday. I got to have a hernia surgery. That, my friend, will put me out for at least 3 weeks, if not more. But I got enough videos stocked up. Hopefully we'll keep showing you a video. I ain't looking forward to that either. $40,000 to do a hernia surgery. Dang, he hit the sandworm now. He's running up behind it, but they ain't taking it. I think we need to go crappie fishing. Yeah, that sucker hit quick. Big old crappie, I think. That's a crappie, that's a big one. Might be a catfish. Darn catfish. What the hell? I thought this crappie's out there on that brush. Doggone catfish, blues. That, my friend, right there is some good eating. He suck it too. He said, boom. Ram pecking it now. Them wasn't crappies, them was blues on that darn brush. I don't know, I believe it's crappies too. What I think. They took the darn bait off. I swear. Can't win. Might have put the cork on for these crappies. Let's sit there. What I'm thinking. Right out there. We got too close to it and what we done. You can see them. There's a pile of fish in there now. I'm sure it's some crappies, catfish, and brim. Probably all of them. We got one. That's a catfish there. Another catfish. Oh, it ain't, it's a crappie. Believe it or not. Took my darn worm off of it. We got a crappie though. Look at that. Took my worm. My last one. I got one more pack left. Thanks to Mr. Mario, I wouldn't have no more. These fish will drive you to drinking. I'm not lying. Them crappies right there. He ain't gonna bite, just like the darn perch. They picking at it, but they ain't taking it. There's fish all over that bottom now. That was a crappie right there. I believe that was a crappie bite. That's what I think. They're down there on the bottom. There he goes. There he goes. That might be another crappie. Yep. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Another darn crappie. They down there on that bottom. He barely took it. See when you drop down there and catch a nut. Maybe. Folks, we just dropped out here and caught us a crappie. It's hot. Fish ain't bit. We got 25 or 30. We ain't got many.